Hello, welcome to Polyphonic Press. My name is Jeremy Boyd, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new album by Yeah Yeah Yeahs entitled Mosquito. Here we go. So Yeah Yeah Yeahs are a three-piece rock band formed in New York in the year 2000. They signed to Interscope Records in 2004 and released their full-length debut album, Fever to Tell, that same year. The album was both a critical and commercial success, and since then they've released 4 albums, including this one, and it's called Mosquito. This album starts off with the song Sacrilege, and it starts off with this electric piano and electric guitar kind of playing with each other. The overall feel of the song is pretty tight, with the bass playing slightly behind the drums, and with that it creates this really nice tight groove pocket. The bridge of the song features this gospel choir, which I think really works with the song, and that really creates a nice hook for it. It just kind of comes at you like this wall of sound and just kind of completely takes you over. The title track, Mosquito, is a really great rock and roll song. It's got a really tight rhythm and a really great vocal performance as well. Towards the middle, it just kind of breaks down, just leaving the bass part, and it slowly builds back up before exploding into the chorus. It's somewhat refreshing to hear these kind of dynamics on a modern rock record. Sometimes you wouldn't quite get this. Sometimes it would just be a straight sound all the way through. It's really interesting to hear these guys know how to make the flow of a song work really well, and they understand how to keep it interesting and how to, make subtle changes here and there to keep you engaged. I think they really understand that, and they definitely managed to capture that on this song. The song Area 52 is perhaps the most straightforward rock and roll song. It's got this really great guitar riff at the beginning. It's just generally a really good garage rock tune. The thing that sets it apart though is these weird synthesizer noises going on throughout the whole thing. It just kind of takes this garage rock feel and just elevates it a little bit. This is probably my favorite song on the album because it takes something that works well, like a garage rock feel, and just kind of slightly turns it on its side. They just kind of updated and modernized it, and it works really well. The song Always is a somewhat slower song, featuring nothing more than a synthesizer, this repeating percussive instrument, and a slight, very subtle guitar. This song actually reminds me of Pink Floyd in terms of atmosphere, especially vocals and the chord changes as well. This was probably my least favorite song on the album because the chorus gets really repetitive after a while. It wasn't necessarily a bad song, but it was just kind of a throwaway track for me. I didn't really connect with it as much as I would have liked to, as much as I did with the rest of the songs on the album, and to be honest, it would have been better if they maybe left it off the album, maybe left it for a B-side or a bonus track or something like that. The album ends with the song Wedding Song, which is another ballad kind of thing. It starts off with this pulsing sort of rhythm and just slowly builds this tension up. The vocals and the piano come in at the exact same time and just gives it this very ethereal atmosphere. Sometimes the slower songs can be the most intense songs, and I think that's definitely the case with this one. And it's a really nice send-off to the album, and it's another highlight for me. The production on this album is really well done. It's very big. The drums sound like they're 10 feet tall. But it also sounds very present and very human. I think the songs on this album stand really well on their own, but they also work as a cohesive album as well. Each song is pretty different from the last, but they're not so different that they don't work as an album as well as individually, which is something that's a hard thing to do. It's a hard line to walk, and I think they managed to pull it off pretty well on this one. There are a couple of throwaway tracks on this album, so it wasn't a real strong effort, but it wasn't bad either. So I'm going to give this album a 7 out of 10. So anyway, that's what I thought about the album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments or with a video response. And if you'd like to suggest an album for me to review, please leave that in the comments as well. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy.